going on, guys? Let's get it. See what happens. We'll see who taps in. What time is it right now? It is 10:24, or better known as in the West Coast as what 7:24? Yeah, 7:24, right? Oh, yeah, 7:24. Damn, I'm glad I can still count. Shit, I almost forgot how to count for a second. You guys hear my dog? Don't mind my dog in the background. She's acting up right now because Daddy won't give her no attention. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys tapping in. Let's see who shows up. I'm gonna try to be more consistent. Um, like I told you guys in the last live, I'm gonna start doing more. I'm gonna start doing some interviews. I might just like do specifically just interviews. I actually got a few things lined up. I'm gonna start doing women interviews too. I'm gonna start interviewing women, like high profile cases. I'm trying to get cases that I've never seen on YouTube. That I've never seen on YouTube. Um, Not that it matters, you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't mind fucking, interviewing. Natty, stop it, mama. Sit. She was there, miss. Every time I put her away, my dog, my pit, daddy. She misses daddy. So bear with me with the whining in the background. My is up in the house, chilling with it, dinner with us. What's up, my boy? Animo, yes, I was gonna see. Oh yeah, you can get her. PNG Media News is up in the house. What's up, my guy? I sent mine to you. You already know what it is. We'll drop the link just in case anybody wants to join us. The link's here for anybody and everybody. You guys already know what it is. Guys got anything you want to talk about? Join me. Juanito's Adventures. You Looney, how you been? What's going on with you, Juanito? Do I know you, my boy? Ask respectfully. Macheta says, PG Media News. There you go. Mr. Goyo's up in the house. Yeah. Kiwo L, I said mine to you and everybody in the channel. Yeah. There you go. Mr. Yeah. That's what I call him. Mr. Yeah. First APA lady up in the house. Chilling with and dinner with us. Hello, L, and the APA friends. There you go. APA fam. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you tapping in, mama. How you doing? How you been? I'm really seriously giving it. Oh, bouncer. Yeah, I know. Okay, you're the only Juan I know. You're the only Juan I know. So I just wanted to ask you that just to make sure if it was you, because I really can't see the picture, bro. My bad. It's really really small on my screen. Oh, man, I hate when my fucking watch shit sweats. Sorry. Put my shit back on. All right. You see, PNG saludos Machete, Spanks Contera, Spanky. What's going on, my boy? Mines. PNG Media News. Yes. Hola, V PNG. Spanks is Machete. It's me, Bouncer. What's up, Bounce? What's going on with you, my boy? Been a long ass time, huh? How you been? Please tell me you lost some weight. I'm fucking with you, bro. That's Bouncer right there. Big bounce. Diego's fine. It says Givo Loco. Saludos from the big ass D. There you go. Yes, sir. Big 619. I send mines. You guys already know, man. Fuck, man. It's just itching. My bad. Mr. Goyo. Yes, sir. Let me see. My channel says V. Hello, young lady. Yeah, you guys ever tripped out on Machete's page on IG? Man, my boy right there has some sick ass fucking motorcycles, bro. Some fucking good ass fucking motorcycles. Good shit. And Machete, she says, V says, and Machete, thank you for calling me young lady, but I'm a senior citizen. I don't know about that. Spanish Contreras says, I send mine to L. I send mine to L and his family. Thank you, brother. Likewise to you and your family, man. I hope everybody's family, everybody's loved ones are doing good today. It's been a good day for me. It's been a great day for me, actually. Uh, so I cannot complain. You know what I'm saying? The last couple, 2, 3 months, I've been kind of like shit after shit after shit. But today, I'm glad to say that things turn around. You just gotta keep faith. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of anything, man, we gotta keep pushing forward. You guys already know that. We gotta keep pushing forward. I mean, shit. Life is always gonna get in the way. Life is always gonna get in the way. Um, but all you really could do is just keep pushing forward. No matter how bad things get, no matter how much you feel like everything's stacked against you, and things ain't going your way, you still gotta have faith. You gotta have faith and know that. I mean, there's only a certain rock bottom that you could hit, and it's a trip because you know, for those of you guys that have been with me for a while, my mom passed away when I was in prison, and actually, I meant to tell this to my wife. I haven't even been able to tell her yet, but I'll share it with you guys here. Um, I had a dream about my mom. I've been dreaming about my mom a lot, and it's crazy because when she passed away, I didn't dream about my mom for years, 2, 3, 4 years easily. She passed away. Shit, this year will be 8 years. She passed away in 2016 when I was at Kern Valley, in New Delano, and I didn't have a single dream about her. Nothing. It's a crazy part. That's the crazy part. But in the last couple months, I've just been having dream after dream after dream after dream. And the last dream that I had was, so let me tell you guys a dream. For those of you guys that have weird dreams or whoever you dream about and things like that, you know, um, I didn't even fucking plan to come on here and talk about dreams, but hey, you know what? Lives take us where they take us. Um, I had a dream. My brother was in a dream. Obviously, I was in a dream, and she was in a dream. And we were in an apartment complex. I want to say it felt like the San Fernando Valley. Because we lived in the San Fernando Valley for a few months. Actually, more than a few months after we lost our house in Santa Ana, in Santana, in Orange County. Um, so we were in an apartment, and it was usually the usual. Me and my brother were posted up out there doing our thing, gang banging type shit. And we went back inside the house, and there's this picture that I have, right? There's this picture that I have with my mom. She's on life support, right? And they sent me the picture years ago, and I barely looked at that picture maybe about 6 months ago. I looked at the picture. She had tubes in her and all that, bloated. She's on life support, and it's not a picture that I was used to seeing my mom. I wasn't used to seeing my mom like that. And the dream, I went into the apartment, me and my brother, and she started telling us like, "Hey man, you guys need to do better." Like the usual shit that you should tell us. She used to tell us, stay off the streets, things like that. And then she hugged me, and when she hugged me, I looked at her face, and half of her face was rotten, like like kind of decay. Um, I don't mean for this to turn morbid because in my dream I didn't feel like it was like morbid or like negative or anything like that. She hugged me. I hugged her. I kissed her. I kissed her right in that decayed cheek because I love my mom. I kissed her. I hugged her. I hugged her. Kissed her. And we went about our way. Meaning like in the apartment and other stuff happened in my dream. Um, we ended up getting into it with somebody in my dream, things like that. Trying to protect my mom, things like that. But it tripped me out because that dream came out of nowhere. And that shit came out of nowhere. You know, and I can't help but think that. maybe somebody has had similar dreams like that. Then maybe it's half like she was dead and alive. I don't know. It's a trip, man. I just wanted to share that with you guys because dreams are a trip. Dreams are a trip, and who could really decipher dreams, right? A lot of people. I guess I'll ask you guys this: have you guys ever had a dream where you've been somewhere that you've never been, and then you ended up going there? Kind of what's the word? Prophecy. You're you're predicting where you're gonna be at in your dreams when you haven't been there. I know I've had at least 3 dreams in my life where I dreamt about being in a certain place that I've never been to. You may think it's deja vu, but at a certain point, you know, wait, hold on, fuck this. I dreamt this shit. I've been here before in my dreams, whether it was a past life or whatnot. Um, I mean, I guess that's what I'm asking. Much as there's no problem be always stay young at heart. There you go. Nay loves up in the house. What's up, mama? Nay up in the house. Good evening, boss. She says. Good evening, lady boss. Appreciate you, mama. Kakapalo says, "El, what up, my dude? What's going on with you, brother?" I send mines to you. Yes, I was gonna see. VF says she's tearing up, doing a shaky face. Nayla says, "Always keep the faith." Yes, I agree. Big D keeping the reels up in the house, chilling with and dinner with us. They love just hi, beautiful V. There you go. What up, my guys? Sending mines. Appreciate you, my boy. Send mines right back to you, man. You still got your channel, right, bro? VS is Nay Love. Hello, friend. There you go. Big D keeping it real. Cubo Gente. There you go. Nay Love sends hers to him. Yes. But yeah, man. I mean, tell me your dreams. It's crazy because when I say tell me your dreams, I actually read a book by Sidney Sheldon. I don't know how many of you guys here are readers. I'm a big fucking reader. I read thousands of books, and I'm not exaggerating. But there's this book called "Tell Me Your Dreams" by Sidney Sheldon, and I actually read some books in prison. I didn't read uh, 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 the books that I'm going to tell you about. It was Deciphering Dreams, right? I didn't read the book from cover to cover because honestly, I got a few pages into it, and they were trying to decipher dreams. They were trying to decipher dreams. The author was trying to decipher dreams and what dreams mean and things like that. And very, very fairly early on, I realized that this guy is just, I guess, talking out of his ass because nobody could ever really truly know what dreams mean. But he was trying to make it seem like this is just what it is. This is what this means. This is what this means. And like, I don't believe that. Call me a skeptic, but I don't believe that. Big D says, all right, good to see you, Nay. Hope all is well, friend. There you go. Ganja says, what up, El? Saludos. What's up, Ganja? Pumpkinhead, órale, pinche cabezón. Oh, big headed ass motherfucker. What's going on with you, my boy? Bueno, just kind of like that. Stellan, good to have you again. I remember from the halls you was from Big Gremlin from Logan. I remember you. You're stupid. That you, my boy? That you, Grims? Pinche desgraciado, feo, cabrón, tacuache. I'm still trying to figure out who you are, bro. If you're Grims, my boy, let me know. I don't think you are though, because I think you hit the halls a year or two before I did. To tell you the truth, I think you hit the halls a year or two before I did, or I could be mistaken. Who knows? But then maybe again, like Grims, I always assumed you were my age, so you may be a year or two younger than me. I mean, older than me, max, or you're my age. You're you're 25. Age check. Everybody up in here, what's your age? I'm 25. How old are you guys? And you ladies? I don't want to ask the ladies, but if you feel comfortable saying, there you go. I'm 25, like I said. Droops says, ¿Qué onda, güey? ¿Qué onda, cabrón? Pinche Droops. Frank G. Casillas, yards open, homie. Yes, sir. Yard. 5 minutes to yard. 5 minutes to yard. Yard. It's open. V says, I had a dream of me and my daddy, but it was when I was little and we were at the park. For real? You haven't had? Oh, you had a. Oh, yeah, that's right. Your papa's passed away. Rest in peace to him. Yeah, it's crazy that I'm barely starting to have these dreams of my mom almost 8 years later. You know, it's fucking crazy. I don't know what to make of it, honestly. It really is kind of like tripping me out. You know, like these dreams are so vivid. And then there's dreams, you know, guys, I'm pretty sure you guys know. There's dreams that you have that you know, I mean, like the present kind of shit that's going on. You know who's alive, who's not. You know what it is, things like that. And then you have your dreams where you have people in your dreams and you don't even realize whether they're dead or not. You have no freaking type of fucking notion, you know? And then when you wake up, it's like, oh shit. Like, you know, I just dreamt about this person. They've been dead for years. Or that's just not what it is no more. You know, I'm not with this person no more. Or whatever it may be. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. And it's just fucked up, you know? Pumpkin says, dreaming with mom after they pass on means you have her presence by you. And you know what's crazy that you say this, bro? Because I think I was kind of thinking that was wishful thinking, you know, because part of me feels like, you know, I'm not a superstitious person, you know, I'm not like, yeah, I'm not superstitious. Our people are superstitious, but I couldn't help but feel, at a certain extent, my boy, that maybe she is around me, and for a certain reason. But then there's like the morbid thought, like, hey, she's around me because she's knows that I'm getting ready to join her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Like it's crazy, bro. I've survived so much shit in my life, you know, from all the times I got shot, um, you know, the coma, the fucking shot on my chest, all that bullshit, all the close calls I've had. So I can't even help it but wonder, like, am I getting close to being with her? You know what I'm saying? Um, Let alone fucking what's in the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Like what's in the afterlife? Um, and things like that, I guess. Frank G says, Lula Moore. Yep. Nila says, follow Big D. There you go. She dropped his link. Good shit. That's his channel right there. Go follow the boy right there. Big D keeping it real. Thank you, Nate. Let me see. PNG Media News says, hey, Nate. Let me leave that link up for a little bit. Ganja says, I've had dreams where my teeth were falling out. Oh, I haven't had those in years, but yeah. On different occasions, it was weird as hell. I had a dream where I was fighting, but I was, oh my God. Here, let me put that up. Dreams where you're fighting in slow motion or you can't hit your hardest. Dude, I had so many of those dreams where I got into it with somebody and I can't hit them at all. It's just so fucked up. That I was in slow mo and I was just eating punches. I was heated when I woke up. Hey, trust me, Ganja. I think a lot of us have the same dreams. You know, it's a trip, right? Like, who dreams about fighting but you can't fight? You know, or your punches are so slow, or they make no impact whatsoever. Like, who dreams of shit like that, right? We can't be, me and you cannot be the only people that dream about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I've dreamed that shit. I don't know what it is. There's something in the universe, in this energetic fucking universe field, that, you know, makes us dream the same shit. Nay says, I always have end of the world dreams. It's crazy. Oh shit. Okay, so Nay, it's crazy that you say that, right? One of the dreams that I've had, it was a crazy dream. I think I was in Corcoran when I had it. I was in New Corcoran when I had it. And I was going through these. Okay, so picture like Total Recall on Mars. The whole world was red. Everything was red, and I was going through this fucking kind of like a wasteland, shit like that. And no, I had not seen no movies up into that dream or nothing, nothing recent, nothing like that. And I went through this whole fucking field. It was all red. I was trying to climb mountains and shit, hills. Cars were abandoned, all kinds of shit. And then I made it to the top of this hill, and I went down. And when I went down into like a little fucking valley, I looked up, and there was like a big ass like flying saucer. But instead of a flying saucer, it was like a big ass Mayan calendar in the shape of a saucer, just spinning, just spinning. And the whole dream was like pretty much like a prophecy, I would say, kind of like a prophetic type dream. That's the feel I got at least from that dream. Um, and the whole thing was just spinning, bro, and it was just like a big ass Aztec calendar spinning like that. And I looked up and I was like, what the fuck? And everything started collapsing, like the valleys, everything started like sinking. And then I woke up. So it's crazy to say that. What's going on with you, my boy?
What's up, Al? Big dog, what's going on, homie?
What's going on with you, my boy? I'm good, bro. Chilling with it and Dylan. You already know.
That's right, that's right. Likewise, big dog, from the east to the west, homie. The other day you just told me you far from the west, bro. So you know what I mean? I was like, damn, you know. Sending
I'm
my
East
big
Coast,
dog.
East Coast.
Appreciate you having me on, dog.
No, likewise, bro. I appreciate you jumping on. Shit. So fuck. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
over
you
here.
know me, dog. I'm a little here, I'm a little there, I'm a little
That's
everywhere,
right.
dog. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, my boy. Yeah,
Hey,
I'm over
sending my
here.
to you and your family. What's up, Chad? What's going on, dog?
Shit. I'm over here by I'm close to New York, my boy. Like really, really close to New York.
I
So
know, dog. I was over here trying to tell you my reference and how cold I am, bro. And you're over there telling me because I know how people live on the east. It's real cold out there, bro. You know, and it's just like that. So you made me feel a lot small, dog. When you say, "Oh, I'm in the east right now," my boy. I'm like, all right, dog. You know what I mean? Last time I heard you at AZ, dog. You know what I mean?
oh
It's
yeah,
hotter
no,
than
yeah. I've been down
it's
here
hotter than a
for
mofo right there. So that's a different change, brother.
dog. Yeah, it went from desert to freezing for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been out here for almost a year, bro. Was February about 9 months. I've been out here for about 9 months.
Right. Hey, as long as all is well, homie, sending my to you and your family, dog. You know, it's
Yes,
good to hear
sir.
that you're out there doing your good thing instead of all this BS. You know what I mean? Since you know how it is, dog. So even me myself, dog. You know, I had to stay low for a little bit. Got a gang injunction right there in my hood, dog, like 5 months ago, and so I was just like, I want to be part of it, dog. You know, the only person that's really on social media is me from the hood. So, you know, so I just got a couple, calls that day, more early in the morning. You'd be surprised at how people follow up on you, be like, "Hey, dog, did you hear this?" I'm like, "No, I'm just getting ready for work. Like, what's going on?" You know, and it's like, boom, wow, this is what's happening. I'm like, damn, I live in reality, bro. You know me, homie. I keep it real, dog, as the best I can, dog. You know, and I want people to understand. I'm gonna keep it real, like to being like vocal or to being like, hey, it's all out. It's in other words, I'm keeping it humble, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No,
When you
I
keep it
understand.
real, it's just like people get offended when they say like, "Oh, you keep it real because you think you're this and you think you're that." Like, nah, I'm the opposite of that because if I don't keep myself in check, then who is, bro? You know, I keep it sacrificed, I keep it humble, I keep it straight. You know, I keep it real. You know, I keep it. You know, there's many things, many terms, dog. So that's just me, dog. And I know you for a minute, dog. So, I know you from back in the days, and you still chucking, dog. You know what I mean? So, hey, saludos to you and your family, wherever you at, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, brother. Hey, no, I understand completely what you're saying, bro. When you say big D, keeping it real, like, bro, once you've been through some shit, my boy, you gotta understand. If you don't, for anybody listening, but I think everybody here is on the same page. You life humbles you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be humble, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we only gonna live one life, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So for you to live 1,000 miles per hour, um, that's not gonna take you anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, so, so a lot of people say like, or the slang, like, oh, I'm just keeping it real. Like, they don't
right,
even understand what the hell they're talking about.
right,
You
right,
know what I'm
homie.
saying? So when you
Thank you.
say I'm keeping it real, like I'm keeping it humble, I'm keeping it righteous,
That's right.
I'm just
That's right.
life to day life type shit, because we know better now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we're at an age where we know better, and we could leave at any time,
That's
And
right.
not only
That's
that,
right, big dog. That's right, dog.
and to add to that, we got kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to teach our kids, our youth and things like that. As far as I'm
That's it.
trying to
That's
do,
that's basically it, homie. You get the
yeah,
vision, dog. You know what I mean?
yes,
That's
sir.
just keeping it real, no matter what people say. This is where they think about you and this and that. It's just like Ice Cube said, dog. I'm glad y'all said it all. Used to be my homie. Now, I could separate the wheat from the tear, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, and it's not to boast. It's just like, hey, I live this type of life. You guys haven't. So you don't know my decisions and the things, the outcome of life, and the choices that I had to make to be where I'm at right now. Call me what you want, but before you point fingers at me, just make sure you point 10 at you, dog. You know what I mean? Hey,
And
hey,
to look
homie,
at
three.
yourself.
Hey,
You know
Al.
what I'm saying?
Hey, Al, 3 bullets shot at me. Hey, Al, I'm gonna shoot 15 back, homie, right now. Get no, dog.
At the very least,
At the
multiply
very
that.
minimum, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Minimum,
for
man.
sure.
But I still have my channel, dog. Yes, I do. I just thought I want to come out here and say that since you gave me the opportunity and the platform. Hey, you were asking. So personally, homie, like I said, I remember a lot of times you tell me, "Hey, come online, dog." If you dare to, dog. Like, hey, dog, come on, bro. I'm like,
You know
you,
what I'm saying?
dog. You
Come
know what
on,
I mean?
man. You
You
know
know
what I'm
what I
saying?
mean? We
Like,
all
join
invited,
me.
man. So it's like this. Trip on this, homie. It's just like family members, dog. Just like homies, dog. You know what I mean? You see me here, you'll see me there, dog. I don't gotta lie about. I'll keep it real, dog. Some of the people, except a couple. I still go on there, check them out, support the channel, but it's like homies or family members, dog. I'm gonna fight, and that's between you guys. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I
Hey,
understand.
homie, you gonna get them up, dog. Hey, I love both of you
Hey,
guys, dog. You
we
know what I'm
left
saying?
we left drama. I left drama. Bro, what's going on? It's been a minute, bro.
Right,
Once my last channel got hacked with these fucking gay cats, bro, I was like, I'm through. You know what I'm saying? Turn the
right,
page. That's a wrap. There's certain reasons why I fed into it, and some I regret, some I don't. But it is what it is, bro. Moving forward, like I said, it's like right now, it's just do our thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do our thing and just keep pushing forward, bro. No drama. Whoever wants to hate, let him hate.
right. It comes and goes, bro. That's just the way it is, dog. You've been isolated, you've been far, far away, dog. It's just sometimes you need that recovery, dog. I'm a spiritual person, man. I don't do things perfect, but I try to do the best I can, because
For sure.
if you ain't trying, then you ain't trying to make, any improvement, not disrespectful to anybody, but I want to keep it real and be a leader to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. The
Exactly.
concept of keeping it real is just to keep chugging it. There's sacrifice. It's not a boasting,
And
title. It's not the ego trip. It could
our
be
ego,
because
bro, and our pride sometimes gets in between. You know what I'm saying?
right,
It
right,
gets in the way, bro. And sometimes, bro, like we just gotta find a way back, like you're saying.
right, right. And I believe like everything you say, and even some of these other cats, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I'll take my shirt off for you. Hey, yeah, I would, dog. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have my back, you know what I mean. I have yours. That's just the way it goes. That's saying one thing is just boom. And, being there and doing that, like it's just another. I'll be honest. I never been to prison, homie. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, dog. But I've been to the
That's a
level where I
good
was
thing.
just. I've been to the level where the part is, dog. For one, I was there before you catch the chain to the fucking prison, homie. You know what I'm saying? I was there when homies were coming back to court from doing things on purposely from prison just to do, things like I know
Hey,
the
bro,
concept, bro. I know the
that's
whole concept and the
that's a
rundown,
good
big
thing,
dog.
my boy. You,
I've been a county
yeah,
many times. I know that my neighborhood has, had the verde and all that stuff too. I
that's
lost family
all
members.
you
You
need,
know a little
bro.
bit of the story, dog. What you say, dog, is just it's realism, bro. That's keeping it real. I think keeping it real also, says it's a realism state, homie. You know what I mean? At least you're real about what you say is about you. And some people ain't gonna like it because for a lot of people that come on here, this is just me personally, homie. You never even been there, done that. So everything you hear is about he said, they said, or here's what they think about you again, like Ice Cube said about NWA, right? Here's what they think about you. Here's what they think about. Hey, well, I'm glad y'all said it all. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought I know who you were, But guess what? Now I know who you really are, dog. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's not to say, because all you gotta say is a few words and how people think, and already knowing your mindset. You know, the little things of being in the streets will teach you that. Before people go to prison, homie, like you said, I respect you, dog, because I know how did you get to prison, dog? You know what I mean? You were out there doing your thing, my boy. You know what I mean? Nobody gets picked up and does anything for not doing a crime. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, homie, for you to do and did what you did, and you know the whole different world where a lot of people are. The only thing that upsets you about that, dog, is, I mean, can I be honest with you, dog? See, keeping it real is keeping it honest, right, homie?
Of course.
Right? I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. You know, this is what I've been wanting to say about the prison channel, dog, because I know you. That's your movida, homie. That's what you talk about, dog. You know.
Yeah.
But the thing on some of that, dog, is just like it just seems, why are some homies, coming out to say who they say they are, but they're not being that. And I have the answer to that. That's just upsets me the most, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know about certain people. I'm not trying to talk about certain people or anything like that,
I understand
but
you
it's
completely.
just like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna talk about prison, these are real people who are men and women who are suffering just behind the lines and running that straight. You know what I mean? It really is a concept of you're dead or alive, and what you say, what you do, how you talk, how you represent yourself. Like, it's just like I don't understand that. That's the only part that I don't understand, dog. It's just, so maybe you can answer that, maybe not. That's the only thing I hate about and despise about some of these channels. I shouldn't say
So
the word hate,
basically,
but
what you're
I shouldn't say
saying
the
is,
word hate. I should just say, like, I wish it could be,
man,
more like,
so
hey, you
you're
know
at
what?
least
Don't.
you're adverse to it. You're against it type shit. Um, so what I think you're saying is how people come on here and just make up bullshit, put extras on shit, and they portray themselves to have been in places that they've never been.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just to try to get views and shit like that. Um, honestly, bro, like I can never pretend to get into somebody's mind like that, bro. But the people that do it, and we know who's done it, who hasn't. Those are the type of people that really need help. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's not to say that they have like a mental problem, like in the extreme, because some of them do it for entertainment. You know,
Right.
they
Right. Right.
know
Right.
they watch channels like mine or other prison channels, or they did a little bit of time and they heard stories and they make other people's stories their own. You know,
Yeah,
and
I'm not
they
despising and saying that what they're saying is not true, but like throwing that extra, dog.
no, exactly, put in the extras. That's what I'm saying. And put in the extras is not true. You know what I'm saying? Like if you put extras on shit, like that means that you're not telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And furthermore, if you're glorifying it, come on,
Right.
man. Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. That's
But
that's
then
another
again,
thing.
but then again, people are on here for different reasons. You know, people are on here for different reasons. Some dudes don't even mean to glorify it, but that's how it comes off. That's why I specifically say I'm trying to share my experiences
Right.
and trying to deter people, even the reoffenders. You know, even dudes that have been in and out of prison. Like,
Right.
bro, I'm trying to remind you, motherfuckers, like, hey, bro, like, dog, like, bro, you ain't going back to nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you already know what it is, bro. All those times
Yeah.
you lived
Right.
in the
That's that.
cell. But you know
Even
what the
even
fucked up
even the
part?
even the minimum, big dollar expense on homie. Even the
Go ahead,
minimum, like I did. I've been a Supermax. I've been a Wayside, medium north, medium south. I got the whole chingaderas, homie. You know what I'm saying? I know. It was just like, man, if I would have got caught. I mean, I got bust. I got felony, dog. I lowered up, dog. My family thought the necessity to, hey, help me out, and I wasn't really asking for it, but they pulled up, and we know family, and hey, the next time the judge told me, the next time you're coming in here, homie. It's just like, I'm pretty sure you heard of the joint suspension. You know what I mean? So if you do another thing, I was just like, all right, I'll be on the straight. But I was going through a lot of other difficult things, personal, mental wise, too, at that time. Where, hey, homie, I was tired, dog. You know what I mean? I was tired of the streets, homie. You know what I mean? The only thing after that was prison or being dead. What's up? All right.
Sure.
And then so my bad, my daughter just
No,
communicating.
you're good. You're
But
good.
anyways, homie, like I said, my bad. So I found myself is just like, man, everybody is they say, bro, is just they were already getting, you know, pinned down, you know, locked up for a lot of years, or homies were dying, and those are the realities, dog. You know, everybody based on it just talks a lot of stories about prison, but it's just like before you go to prison, dog, there's a lot of homies that were 16, 13, 14, 15 that got murdered, homie. You know what I mean? Didn't make it to that next, you know, stage of adultism. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them went to prison and had to face other factors and this and that, you know, and the hardships and the crazy stories that you and a lot of other channels like that, they diversity, you know, all odds against you, the realities of certain things, like, man, the things that you have to do just to think when you're going to go home. I could see that, bro. I've been in jail so much and people getting tired, dog. They're going to stop wanting to do things for other people because they want to go home to their families, dog. That's just my opinion, dog. But you know, it's just like, I'd rather go to my. It's like you can only do so much. Like 20 years, like really, dog. Like, come on, dog. Like, can you get that pegado? Can you get that pegado so somebody else, dog? Like, come on, I'm just trying to go home, dog. You know, after 5 years, you should be done, homie. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, dog. I probably just, you know, I ain't saying I wouldn't do that, dog. You know, just, you know, everybody has a reason, but you never know till you're there, dog. That's keeping it real, bro. You know what I mean, anybody has to have an opinion, but it's just like, hey, but I respect you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you this, bro. Like, it's literally what you just said right now. You never know till you're there, bro. The neighborhood that I grew up in, bro. All my family members, a handful of my family members were from there. My role model was my brother, my older homeboys. Dog, I lived, breathed, and shit and piss my neighborhood. You know, and going into the system. Before I even knew what the Trece really stood for,
right?
That was my career, you know, and I lived and breathed it, pissed it, shit it, everything. I would have took a shit without wiping my ass just how much I love the cops. 15 fucking years, dog. I don't give a fuck. I know there's dudes that have been there 20, 25 years, 30, 40 years. I know dudes that have been there since 1986, 1970 something. Bro, trust me.
Hey, Al, not to cut you off, but a lot of times when, like I said, been incarcerated, tell me this, homie, a lot of homies that are young age, those homies that I knew back then, they would tell you, hey, homie, don't come back, dog. Don't come back.
Every single one.
Don't come back. They would tell me, dog, hey, D, don't come back, dog. Don't come back, dog.
And look, that's real shit. People don't understand how much 5 years, 10 years, or let alone 15 years and up.
That's it. You're lost.
Suffocate your soul.
Yeah, you're lost.
Motherfuckers will not understand how it's gonna suffocate your soul.
This side, like, the other side, you know what I mean? This happened, that happened.
Matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what side you're on.
You're in prison, homie, right?
I did 13 and a half years on the main line, right? And I only say that to differentiate, to let people know where the fuck I've been and where I'm not. So the first day I started my last channel, not this channel, but my last channel, I said, day one, this is what happened to me. This is a choice that I made. 13 and a half years, I made that choice, and I was no longer going to sacrifice my freedom. 10 years into my term, I was done. 7.5 years into my term, I was done. I educated myself, college, all that shit in there. A prisoner's awakening. That's when I woke up. When this prisoner had an awakening, an epiphany, that's when prison became prison to me.
Right.
I said it several times. That's when prison became prison to me, bro. Before that, prison, unfortunately and sadly so, was part of the plan. I was supposed to be in here. I was supposed to put in the work. I'm stabbing these motherfuckers to further the reputation of my neighborhood, of the Sud, and all that.
Right.
But once I educated myself and I wanted something better for myself, that's when prison, I looked around and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Right.
What the fuck am I doing? I looked around and that's when my four walls.
You had an epiphany, huh? Yeah, an epiphany. Light bulb.
Prisoner's awakening.
Light bulb.
A prisoner's awakening. It's an epiphany. I wasn't going to call it a prisoner's epiphany. That I didn't, I don't want to convolute that word too much. You know what I'm saying? So I just said awakening. Because I mean, a lot of people are smart, but some people don't know what the fuck epiphany means.
Right, my bad.
No, you're good. But yeah, bro, that you're right, bro, and that's a great point that you made. I mean, dog, I was not gonna sacrifice. Imagine, bro, getting so close to the finish line.
Right.
15 years, I'm maxed out. 13 and a half. They asked me to kill my celly. So close to the finish line.
Right.
Nah, I'm
Right.
cool.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm
And
saying?
you know, like I said, anybody could say what they want. It's everybody's opinion, but opinions don't mean nothing. You know what I'm
I
saying?
could care less.
Unless you're there, and that's what I'm saying. Don't say nothing to put yourself in a
Exactly.
predicament, because I'm pretty sure Al will take you somewhere and tell you to pull the trigger and to see if you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Without thinking about
Oh
it,
boy,
because
I've been there, done that shit. I went to prison for pulling triggers, and I stabbed motherfuckers. I've taken lives. I've done all that shit, bro. And to me, it's just like, don't talk shit unless you've been there. That's why to me, it's like when people talk shit, they've never been there. Like that's why to me, it's like I never fed into none of the bullshit. It
right,
wasn't until they attacked my family that's a different
right.
story. And I still held on for 8 months. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, right.
yeah,
But you
it
got,
is what it
hey,
is.
homie, you got to understand too, dog. Like, you know, everybody says they rather go to prison than county, dog. You know, LA County Jail ain't no joke, bro. You know, I did a joint suspension right there for some BS. You know, I got a felony too and stuff like that. You know, and what, but you know, it ain't no joke, because people don't realize how fast you could get institutionalized. You know, nobody talks about that. Everybody talks about this, but you know, institutionalized is one thing, because if you're facing a lot of time and all you have is to surround is, if you think the cause, you know what I mean, then you're gonna go with the cause, because it's a different placement there. It's a different mentality. It's a different reality. You know, the concept and the rules are totally different. You eat 3 meals and you get up at a certain time. They're doing their job, and you're doing yours. You know, it's just, you're lucky to even have family that will even send you anything. Like me,
Yeah,
my
bro.
thing is that there's a lot more that prison channels could talk about to make it more based on, hey, you know what I mean?
Hey, my
You know,
boy.
this person got whacked and that person got whacked. Families are
So
suffering.
look,
You know, kids, children are suffering, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
I
you
don't
know, for a
know.
long
I don't
time,
know if you
dog.
see my channel in depth,
But you know
but
what I'm
I've
talking
told
about, though, right? Hey, homie,
everything.
you know what I'm talking about, though, right, dog? You know?
Yeah, I've told everything from. I've told several county stories. Told several juvenile hall stories,
Yeah,
street
I know, dog.
stories. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
unless
I know,
somebody's
dog. I
really,
follow you, dog.
yeah, unless somebody's really watched all my videos. I've had people comment on my shit, talking shit to me like, well, why did you talk about this, and that? And then they feel stupid when I tell them, well, we'll go to this, and that video, and I have talked
Yeah,
about it. And they're like, oh
yeah.
shit, never mind. You know, like, bro, like a
Yeah,
lot of
and you know,
people,
to be
bro.
honest with you, there's ham that had the concept. They do, bro. But you know, somewhere around the line, not just, it's just everybody. I don't care if you're a prisoner, the president of the United States, and that everybody falls short, homie. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality, dog. Whether with everybody falls short, nobody's perfect, dog. So you know, it's just like, that was just my thing, dog. I just thought I'd just touch base with you.
No,
Thank you
that's
for
good shit. No,
respectfully
that's good shit, bro. Great,
for sharing that, homie. You know, it's just like that was
good
pretty cool,
conversation,
dog.
my boy. I appreciate you
I'm
tapping in.
not
That's good shit,
I'm
bro.
not disrespecting any prison channel. I know everything about the homies. You know, it's just your enemigas will be your homies, dog. That was a crazy part, dog. You know what I'm saying? That
I've
was a
had a
part
lot of my
like
homeboys. I've had a
you know,
lot of my
hey,
homeboys.
they're like, hey, big deal. I'll still jump you in, huh? Like, nah, nah, like, you know, serio, nah, like, really, like, you know, just because I'm by myself, I was taught to be like this, homie. There's four of
Yeah.
you, one of me, dog. Like, you know, why can't we be friends? We could play war,
Why
dog. You know what I
can't
mean? We
we
could
be
we
friends?
could play war inside, dog. We could play war outside, homie. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's just the way it is, homie. You know, the concept and the reality is the reality. So that's what a lot of times, you know, Big D I keep it reality, dog. You know, keeping it real, keeping it reality. Like, hey, dog, you know, the metaphor and the concept of what I say and what I do is not too egotistic or to base upon pride. You know, pride comes before a fall. I'm a very keep it humble, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Pride will fuck you up.
you know what I'm saying?
Pride
So it's
will
just
fuck
like,
you up.
you know, it's just sometimes that's what people don't realize. Like, I ain't gonna keep my pride. I'm gonna have to put it down for the right reasons, homie. That's why I know, you know, like I said, I live in reality. I know why people do a lot of things, whether you're in prison or whatever reality and moment you're living in. Because I live in reality too, and so you know what? Sometimes choices have to be made. E40, everybody got choices,
It's yep, yeah, for sure. Hey,
you know.
honestly, bro, like, um,
Hey,
I know
wait. We get. Oh, go ahead, Doc.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm trying to cover just about everything on my channel. Um, you know, before when I first started, I didn't see anybody talking about the personal stories or neighborhood stories or anything like that. They were all talking about prison stories. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Right.
glad to say that I was one of the first ones, if not the first one, to talk about, you know, neighborhood stories, things like that,
Right.
and a county doing a hall, things like that. And that's a good
Right.
thing. That's a good thing. People need to understand this shit.
Right. And you know what, Al, that's pretty cool too. You know, even if I could touch up on the little things about me, like I came on a video a long time ago, 1996, dog, like 94, 95. It's called Prison Bound, California. And you know, they did a couple clippings right there in my neighborhood, and you see me like 40, 30 years ago, dog, right? Right there holding it up. So, you know, if anybody wants to say, hey, I done this and that, like you'll find a clipping of me in 1996, bro. It
Hey,
doesn't
you
get
know how
any
many
real.
homeboys I have, bro? That
Right? There's been
that
a
I
lot of home.
know,
There's back then, and
bro,
those are the
that
ones
I
that
know
hey, I could
they've
say that
never
they were
done
on the
prison. Hey,
block.
bro. Hey,
Everybody says
you.
my block, D block. I was just in my block, homie. You know what I mean? That's it.
Hey, Doug. You know
You know
how many
what I mean?
homeboys
Maybe
I know?
yours, dog. You know what I mean? But
No, listen. You know how many homeboys I know, like you, that I never went to prison, that put in work, and
right, right.
they got
What
away with
about
so
that
much
one, dog? You gotta
shit.
come out with a content like that.
You know what I'm saying? Well, unfortunately, I can't put them on blast
No,
because
I know, dog. You know
they
what I
did
mean? Just
shit,
like,
they did
just to
shit
say
that.
that there was some real ones out there too, dog. You
Yeah,
know
no,
what I mean?
you're right. I think I'll make a video on that. I mentioned it on my lives before, just like I'm mentioning it now. And I have a lot of my older homeboys that put in so much work, the straight
Right.
killers, that never did a single day in prison.
Right. Right.
Period.
And that Connors we respect, like now, like you said, as we get older and understand maybe the concept, I do, bro. You know what I mean? Because even the Bible, I'm a spiritual person too, homie. You know, but the Bible says also, you know, the enemy is what my friend, bro. You know what I'm saying? If we could get older, homie, say, hey, you know, man, you're right across the street, dog. Like, you know how many times we fought, we did this, shot at each other, you
Ain't
know,
nothing like old age that humbled anybody, bro.
I'm telling you,
You
homie,
can
and
fight somebody 10 times as you get older.
I
It's
didn't
gonna get to a
understand
point where
that
it's
though,
like,
dog. Hey, Al, I didn't understand that when I was young, dog. You know what I mean? I didn't, homie. I didn't, dog.
that's the cycle that our youngsters are gonna have to go through, and that's the burden that we have to try to get them to understand. Hey, so look, bro, like you already know, bro. We could break our head into the pavement trying to get a youngster to understand what we've been through. That the arrogance of youth, the pride, the ego, they're not gonna understand unless they go through it. Very
Right.
few of them will understand and actually look up to us and be like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to you and I'm gonna make the right choice. But the rest of them,
So I got a question. My bad, homie.
yeah,
Do you
but
think it's because this is my, you know, this is my opinion. The opinions vary, dog. You know, some matter,
for
some
sure.
don't. My thing is because the education, dog, and the older homies not being there like back the way they were in my days, maybe your days, and schooling us and tying us and fucking us up, dog, when we're sleeping, dog. You know, excuse my, you know what I mean, my French. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they were time kind of putting, even though they were slamming, doing their thing, we still got the regla and the tough love from them, dog. When we were growing up, they were our father figures, our brothers, you know, our uncles, our dads. You know what I mean? You know, the sisters, our aunts were in the neighborhood. You know, so you follow that, you know, that concept, bro, and then you start realizing and depending on their independency to make sure you're doing right or wrong. So now you don't get that, dog. You know, a lot of youngsters, you know, because the homies rather, you know, now it's a lot of things are changing. You know, homies even in prison they go to different yards. You know, these youngsters understand they're following that concept. It's a different time because back then it was all about solidarity, homie. You know what I'm saying, right? You should know that, homie. You know, it's whether you're gonna put in or you're gonna put out, dog. You know what I'm saying? And now they got this yard, you know, this place. Now mental illness is involved, homie. There's just like so much things from back then where we didn't even talk about back in the 80s, 90s, 70s, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, dog, times have changed so much, bro, that
Right.
I mean, even when you had the older homeboys, older homegirls, whatnot, your mom, your dad, whatever influences in your life would tell you to stay on this path or say this, do that, even within the confines of the barrio. You know what I'm saying? Like in the
Right.
neighborhood and shit. Like you can only do this, you can't do that, you do blah blah blah, whatever. Take care of the neighborhood, take care of the community,
Right. Right. Right.
that type of shit. It's gotten to a point, bro, where it's just so different now. You know, it's just so different. Um, and I look, when I first started in my neighborhood, bro, you could actually post up 25, 30 dudes post up at the fucking dead end in the alley, posted. You know what I'm saying? Before the gang enhancements came in and all that bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And people knew what the fuck to do and what not to do. You know, you had your veteranos and all that shit telling you what to do, or at least guiding you. But once the gang enhancements came in, dudes started getting wiped up. You can't even be in the neighborhood. The OGs can't even be in the neighborhood, bro. Like you can't even be in the neighborhood type shit. So I feel like that contributed to the youngsters being lost. And not
Right.
to mention the scante and the drugs and all
Yeah.
that shit that came into play.
So much
You know what I'm
stuff.
saying?
Yeah.
Fucking
Mm-hmm.
garage tweakers. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Being
that breakdown, bro.
egotistic. Yeah. Being egotistic. You got to represent. Yeah. You're right, Doug.
Yeah, bro. It's just a lot of shit. You know, Frogger right here is up in the house. One of my only members on my channel, Frogger right here from my neighborhood. What up, pinche El Feo? ¿Qué onda, pinche Feo? You got some nerve calling me Feo, cabrón. What's up, handsome? Nah, but this dude right here is he was one of my older homeboys. He's been from the neighborhood from before me. You
Okay.
know, and,
All right.
and the thing is that even when dudes like this were in the neighborhood, there were knuckleheads running around doing the thing. But it's always an age thing, like we're talking about. Age humbles you. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you're lucky
Yeah. When
enough,
we jumped on the live, we were talking about age, homie.
age humbles you. You get to a certain age and you survive it. You're gonna reflect on life and you're gonna be like, hey man, hey kids, like hey, try to stay out of this. You can't tell
Right.
your little homeboy like, hey, stop gang banging because they're gonna be like,
No, you
what the
can't.
fuck
You
you
can't.
doing, homie? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the
You
fuck?
can't.
Who's fucking
Yeah.
vato from my barrio? You know, like that type of shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just the same way we used to feel about any fucking Christian preacher, any homeboy that turned to Christ. You know,
Right.
like, hey, get that Bible away from me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
I
saying?
got that flack already, though. Yeah. I got it. I got it.
It's the
It's
same thing
reality.
with
That's
what
keeping it real right there. Eh?
it's the same thing, dog. And honestly, bro, like for us that are older, we have to keep that balance and try to tell these cats, like, like first of all, religion is not the way to go. I'm a spiritual person. But religion to me is the biggest turnoff, not only to adults, but to youngsters as well.
Oh yeah,
Especially
yeah, for
because they don't
sure, dog. Yeah, for
understand it.
sure, dog. Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what
You're
I'm saying?
right. You're
Especially
right.
because they don't understand it. You know? So you just gotta find that dynamic. You gotta find that within the complexities of trying to, maneuver and telling dudes, kids to stay away from the neighborhood, that type of shit. You just gotta find the right niche. And even if you can't find it, even if you do find it, it's still gonna be they're still gonna want to live their life. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
One year in one ear and out the other. You know what I'm saying? And they have to go through some shit
Right.
for them to actually like, oh shit, like the usual. Your homeboy gets
Well.
killed in front of you, you never come back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Your brother gets
that's
killed, you never come back. It has to take something shocking, usually, for them to stop on that path.
right.
It shouldn't be
Well,
like
that
that.
was in some sect the spirituality did work for me, to tell you the truth, bro. Because, in some sense, I was based. I was at a young age. I was raised in the things of God. My mom, I seen a lot of habit growing up. What was happening growing out without a father. My mom turned into the spiritual aspect. There's a difference between, to me personally, having a relationship or being religion. Religion put Jesus on the cross. You know what I'm saying? His own people turned on him, bro. The Pharisees, the Sadducees, they went to prison Pilate. Everybody knows the concept, the passion. Look at the movie The Passion and you'll understand. But that's basically what it is. But in reality, through going out to the life, You know, that's what the Bible talks about. I don't go based upon man. I go based upon God's word. And that's what people reference to God. You know, if you look at the Bible talks about many men and women who fought diversities, who met the challenges and met the aspect and the will and the call of pain and suffering, but also forgiveness and sorrow, the brotherhood. You know how you go through the good and through the bad. There ain't no really other book that follows the same concept of the Bible that will talk about realities of things of life. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. To me personally, homie, no disrespect to anybody else, I don't believe in energy, dog, because what kind of energy you're bringing? The only energy you could bring is whether it's bad or is it good. The only concept that comes behind that is good and evil, dog. The only thing about good and evil is whether it's God and the devil. See, you know, you gotta understand. I believe in the creation, bro. Everybody says like, okay, what kind of creation? There's many metaphors of creation. That's why us as people, we gotta find the concept of which one's the right one. That's why the Bible talks about you have a choice. You know what I'm saying? The Bible don't tell you how to be. You know, everybody gets the concept like, oh, you know, when we don't want to turn from our wicked ways is because, you know, that's the things that we like doing, you know? Hey, I like eating, dog. You know what I mean? Overeating is kind of like a sin, dog. Is sin, people take that as, you know, bad concept. Like, oh, because sin means like, hey, in other words, I look at it as like, hey, it prevents you from being like, hey, be careful of gluttony, slothfulness, laziness. You know, it talks about that, you know, when you overeat and stuff like that, and it messes with your health and concept. I mean, I could die tomorrow, dog. Nobody knows. That's the higher power, homie. But I think in life we have to follow the concept. When we're in jail, we follow a concept. There's a rutina, there's a program. When I grow up, you know, there's a routine and a program in my house. You know, when I go to school, there's a routine. When I go to work, there's a routine. There's a program, a system, a way that we have to go. I just go based on the, you know, like something that has a reflect of like what since the beginning of time, like you're gonna find there's a time for this, there's a time for that. So what I'm trying to say in all reality, homie, we're gonna go back to the things of dreams, right? This is the whole thing you're talking about. Everybody talking dreams in the business. You know, me myself, you know, I'll let you go. I don't want to take too much.
No, do your thing.
But
Don't
this,
worry about it. Do your
hey,
thing.
homie, this is just in my opinion. You know, so in the book of Ecclesiastics, it talks about therefore we shouldn't dwell too much on dreams and instead turn to Scripture to hear God's message to us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know, dreams can mean some crazy concept. They even become a reality, to tell you the truth. People will tell you, hey, I had a dream about that yesterday. So sometimes even the Bible talks about, remember one of the kings where they had one of the prophet, he was talking about, you know what I mean? I think it was Daniel maybe. And he would kept on, Nebuchadnezzar was the king. He kept on having dreams. And then he came back and he told him, hey, what's going to happen? He prophesied and God told him, like, this is a warning because here comes the other army and they're going to take you over. And then next thing you know, because Egypt and back then the, you know, Israelites, it was just like the Palestinians right now and the
Yeah,
Jews, you know, they've been
I'm
fighting since the
familiar with the
beginning,
Bible, but I
right?
love what
You know,
I love what you're talking.
I mean, I'm trying to preach, homie. This is just what
No, do your no,
I'm
hell no,
based
do your
upon,
thing.
dog. You know what I'm
Do your
saying?
thing.
This
I
is
love what you're saying.
what I'm based upon that.
I love
So
what you're saying.
I
That's
had
why
like I'll tell people about dreams, like you said earlier, talking about dreams. So trip on this. One day I hardly dream, homie. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, you know. But one time I had a dream too,
it is
homie,
what it is.
because you know, when I get in those deep dreams, so it was a dream, right? I wake up, you know, I was kicking it, and I was in, you know, in a castle back in the 1800s. You know, they have the castles. You know what I'm saying? So I was going up. There were stairs, long stairs going up, and long stairs going out, right? And so I could see. It was funny because I could see the stairs upstairs. You know what I mean? It was just I could see the door, and the door had blue in it. You know what I'm saying? But I looked downstairs, homie. You know what I'm saying? And it starts. You know, when you go down to a place with no lights, it's what, dark, homie. But I could see a red down there. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I had a choice, homie. Like, oh, orale, like I could go up and down. So curiosity kills. You know what I mean? I wanted to kill the cat, dog. So as you know, I thought about it and I was like, well, you know, if I go upstairs, it seems like it's good. So downstairs is what triggered me. You know what I mean? So I started taking the route downstairs, homie. And the more it got dark, and then I started feeling the fear. You know what I mean? I started feeling like, oh man, like okay, that I shouldn't, the wrong decisions. You know, did the choices that I made? It's just like, why did I pick this route, homie? In life, Al, you know, sometimes we pick the wrong effing route, homie. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
thinking that it was right, and it puts us even in a better dire situation where it can even fucking get us killed, dog. You know what I'm saying? I mean, excuse my French people, my bad. No, I'm talking about God. You know, I'm not perfect, like I told you, keeping it real.
It's all
But
good.
I'm just saying, dog. Like, you know, it's just Like I say, like I live in reality, dog. You know, and I see a lot of times people, you know, they don't understand that concept, dog. You know, so to me personally, I just wanted to share, like, hey, you know, like that's what I believe in. That's what kind of steers my life, and to do the right thing.
Hey,
The
hey,
Bible
bro.
says it's better to give than to receive. When I see a homeless man or they're suffering, I'll take the shoes off their back, because you know why, Al? Because they'll freaking appreciate it more than if I gave it to somebody else. That's it. You know what I mean? They'll understand the concept, dog. I don't have to go on this and do that, this and that to do this and to gain that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to gain interest or anything else, but you know, I'm gonna keep myself respectful in the way I am, since I always been, from the neighborhood to my family story, and to where I'm going out to support my family and everybody else to my community, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, homie. You know?
No, for real, bro. Bro. I appreciate you jumping on and sharing this shit with me. Honestly, like it gives us something to dwell on. Definitely spiritually, for sure. Um, it's a trip that you say that dream, like light and then darkness, and some of our dreams, bro. Like who's to say? Who's to say that if they're a prophet or not? Or a lot of dudes. I know there's been a lot of historical figures that
Right.
have been misled or
Right. Right.
influenced by
Right.
their
Right. Right.
dreams. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not the type of person that would dream about some shit and then go that route. You know what I'm saying? Like those
Right. Right.
dreams are. It really is a figment of our subconscious. You know,
Right.
it's a figment of our subconscious, and therefore it's not reliable. You
Right.
know, but
Because sometimes, because dreams of some crazy concept, I could dream of some lustful stuff, dog. Being with girls and partying is like, it's just crazy. And that never happened, dog. You know what I mean?
don't
It's just
even get me
like,
started on that shit, bro.
or that happened a long time ago, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what does that mean now? Like, you know, it's
Oh, you're gonna make
like,
us blush right now, bro.
right? You know
Our
what I'm
dreams and shit.
saying? Like, hey, homie, like, we keeping it real up in this bug, dog. But that's just my
Everybody,
concept. That's just my
hit a
concept,
one if
dog.
you've ever had a wet dream.
It's cochino right here, dog. A la
Right?
cama con porcel, a
No,
la
hey, for
cama,
real.
a la
No, but
cama.
just like you're saying,
Hey, dog.
in all seriousness, just like you're saying, like your mind can take you anywhere. Sexually, into the dark, demon dreams, uh, good dreams. Anything, bro. Like your mind could take you anywhere, especially when you're asleep, and that's your subconscious coming
Right,
into play, and there's no telling where it's gonna take you. So for
right.
anybody to sit there and wake up and be like, "Oh, this dream is telling me to do this, so this is what I'm gonna do." You know what I'm saying? Like,
But people say that though, homie. How many things have we heard and seen recently where mothers go kill, you know, their children and say, "Oh, I had a dream." You know what I mean? Martin Luther had a powerful freaking message, dog. That's still up to this part, dog. I had a dream, like, you know what I mean? That all women, all black, race, color will be together, dog. Like, so, you know, there's always a different kind of concepts,
you
dog.
think
You know,
that was
good and evil,
literal when he
homie.
said that?
Say again.
You think that was literal when he said that, Martin Luther King?
Or in some sense, it had to be, because you know it was one of the biggest, how you say, sentence message that a person that was fighting diversity at that time, color, race, this and time, maybe he didn't dream it, maybe he understood the concept, maybe he heard it from somebody. You know how us human people could be,
Martin Luther King was a very educated man in his dark
right?
time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So that makes me believe, to understand that, hey, you know what, he meant it was from his heart, because it broke a lot of barriers since that part, bro. More for the black community as far as prevailing and keep sharing that narrative, because you know I do believe it's hard being a colored man in this country, bro. Whether you're brown, black, Asian, you know, even white now, you know what I mean? Because
Hey, trip out on this.
some parts of the
Trip out
area,
on this,
America,
bro.
dog, you know.
I know what you're saying. Trip out on this. If anybody were to ask me who's one of my role models, not role model necessarily, role model, I'll say role model, or one of my inspirations, especially from back then, Martin Luther King is one of my inspirations, bro.
Yeah.
If not the biggest inspiration.
Right.
That dude to me, bro, was ahead of his time. He was a pacifist. and I've listened to a lot of his freaking.
He understood the concept of building people, bro, not just black, not the Black Lives Matter. No, I'm talking about everyone. When we include
Righteous
people,
people.
homie, we're supposed to include everybody. It's
Righteous
funny how
people.
how homosexuality, they want to be included, the gay pride. I include them, but hey, it's just like that's not my narrative, so please don't push it on me. That's just my little thing. But I
Exactly.
respect you. I respect everybody, because in the end, I'm nobody to judge because God
I'm
will
not
do
gonna
his
beat you up
God
because you're
will,
gay.
yeah, God will do his
You
job,
know what
eh?
I'm
But
saying?
yeah, but
I'm
don't
not gonna persecute you because you're gay. I'm not
nothing,
gonna beat you up
nothing.
because you're gay.
If
You do
I'm there
your thing.
and somebody's hitting on you and something because if you're what you believe in, I best believe I'm gonna back you up. I don't give a f. But if you're trying to promote stuff that I don't agree with, but I respect, then we're gonna have problems too. You know what I'm saying? I have a
Yeah.
barrier. You know what I mean? I have a barrier. I have my rules and my laws too, and you can't change that about me. I won't change that about you or anybody else.
So
That's
how
just
do
the
you
way.
feel? So how do you feel about? Uh, how do you feel? You know, never mind. I'm not even gonna ask you that question because I'm not trying to get this fucking live taken down. I was gonna ask you how do you feel about gay marriage and shit like that because we could talk about this shit forever. You know what I'm
Let's talk
saying?
about it, homie. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. That's
Yeah,
what
but
I
I don't
do.
want YouTube to fucking
In,
sit here.
in some sense, I'll just break it down like this, right? No disrespect to you or YouTube or any of the communities that are out there. It's not just the gay community that's out there, the marriage gay community. Make sure that there's a bunch of other communities that need to be addressed as well at the same time. It's just homelessness. Children that have no fathers, children that have no mother, the children that are behind juvenile halls. We're talking about gas prices, tax prices. I mean, we could talk about a lot of other stuff, including the
Hey,
gay community and
that's gonna
everything needs
be.
to be
Hey,
out.
my phone is at 2%. This is
All
your
right.
last point.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Finish your point. No, finish your point. Finish
The
your point.
thing is, like as I mentioned, man, my uncle just passed away. Shout out to my uncle, and he said one thing that always goes about the thing: can we all just get along? You know what I'm saying? That's just the narrative, man. God created us in different ways to see if we can even get along with that point. If you're not meeting up to that standard, God or not, then better yourself, and that's it, man. Just keep it real. Like I told you guys earlier, it's not a prideful thing. It's just saying like, hey, I'm keeping it humble. So, hey, Al, thank you, dog. Appreciate you. APA family, thanks for having me, dog. 2%. You know what I mean? The 1% is the real ones that are out there, man. You guys have a good night. Blessings, man. You have a good weekend. Al,
Hey,
we'll do it again, homie.
jump on with me next time, my boy. Jump on with me next time, all right?
With that being said, God bless.
God bless, brother. Yeah, man. Hey, man, that was a good conversation, my boy. Yeah, my phone about to die. The next time I'm gonna jump on my laptop, make sure it doesn't die on me and shit. Appreciate every single one of you guys for being up in here. VF Morales, hit a one if you still up in here. If it dies, I'm gonna have to come back and end the live. But yeah, hit a one if you're still up in here. Hit a live, hit a live, hit a live, hit a one. I mean, hit a live. The fuck. Hit a one. My bad. Pendejo. I just want to see who's still up in here because we literally got probably a couple of seconds. We probably got like about 2 minutes max. VF Morales up in the house. Yes, ma'am. Pumpkinhead. Most Mose. I don't think you dropped a comment the whole live, but thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Who else? We got 19 people up in here. 3 ones. LaShonda, my wifey. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate every single one of you guys coming on. Man, we could have very easily gone 2 hours, but I started with my phone at like 51% and that shit. An hour and drained the whole thing. It is what it is. I come very prepared. But yeah, guys, in the future, I'm gonna come on here with prison interviews and all that shit, like I said. And we're gonna revitalize this channel. You know what I'm saying? Pumpkinhead, what's up, my boy? I send my boy. You have a good night. You guys be good, man. You already know what it is.